The first week of Overwatch Champions Series Korea has concluded. We got to see each team compete for the first time since open qualifiers. Most performed at the level I expected, with some doing a bit better or a bit worse than predicted. Welcome to Tank Talk, where today we will be going over my predictions for Week 2 of the OWCS Korea region. Most of the opening weekend matchups were pretty lopsided in skill, which led to 9 consecutive 3-0 matches. Sinpresa Gaming didn't get the map win I thought they would versus Poker Face, and the same goes for Genesis in their match against WAC and Vesta Crew against Runaway. Every match being a 3-0 sweep made for somewhat boring viewing, so I hope that this upcoming weekend will be more entertaining. We didn't learn much about the overall power rankings of teams, so I'm going to hold off on making too many changes for now. This week should answer a lot of questions regarding the positions of the middle tier teams, so next week's power rankings may look a lot different. Team Falcons and WAC stay in the number 1 and 2 positions respectively. These teams are most likely going to stay in these positions until they play each other on March 22nd, as they are so far ahead of the rest of the teams competing. FTG is staying in 3rd place, although they've only played against 2 weak teams so far. I'm going to swap Yeti and Runaway in 4th and 5th place. Runaway's match against Team Falcons was much closer than the 3-0 record suggests, and it makes me feel that they are better than Yeti for now. These teams play each other this week, so we'll be getting a definitive answer. In 6th place is Genesis, and in 7th place remains Poker Face, but I'm putting them in a tier of their own. I'm not yet convinced that they can compete with other mid-level teams, but I do believe that they are much better than the teams in 8th and 9th place, Sinpresa Gaming and Vesta Crew. The first match is between From the Gamer and Yeti. Both teams only faced off against lower rated teams this first week, so this will be their first real test. There was a lot to like about the performances shown, with both Flora from FTG and Viper from Yeti performing excellently on Tracer. Donghak put up a very solid performance on Doomfist when Yeti wasn't experimenting with Winston comps, and Bernard has been very impressive as well. I believe the main difference between these teams comes from the support line, where it's hard to rank anyone over the value provided by Violet. This is also FTG's only game of the week, while Yeti has 3 matches to prepare for, which gives them a major advantage. I believe that From the Gamer will win 3-1. The second match of the week is between Poker Face and Vesta Crew. While Poker Face did lose 2 of their first 3 matches, those 2 losses were to very strong teams. Poker Face's DPS line put on impressive performances, and Proud's performance on Tracer was especially noteworthy. They are also one of the only teams playing and finding success with Sigma comps. Vesta Crew, on the other hand, has been struggling with getting their desired team compositions to work. They have been trying to force Junker Queen on most maps, but Gurium has been struggling to find success on the hero. I believe that Poker Face will defeat Vesta Crew 3-0. Finishing off the first day is a match between Runaway and Sinpresa Gaming. This is SPG's only match of the week and therefore all they have to prepare for, but I don't think that advantage will be enough. SPG tank player 2U has impressed with his performance on Doomfist, but the team is still outclassed across all roles. An issue for Runaway is that Lee Jaegon did not have the best performance against Team Falcons, but that is because he was being very heavily focused, and I don't believe that SPG will be able to apply the same pressure. I predict that Runaway will win a rather quick 3-0. Kicking off the second day is perhaps the most uneven match possible when Vesta Crew faces off against Team Falcons. To be clear, this is the top-rated team against the bottom-rated team. There isn't really anything to say about this match. Vesta Crew is far outclassed in every role, and this match should be over quick. This is even Team Falcons' only match of the week and all they would have to prepare for. Maybe Team Falcons will try some unusual compositions or let Sir Majid get some playtime, but they should win a very easy 3-0 sweep. The second match of the day is between Yeti and WAC. Junbin on tank and Heesang on DPS came into the starting weekend as the biggest questions for WAC, and both very quickly dispelled any doubts. The team as a whole is operating like a well-oiled machine. Yeti, on the other hand, has to play 3 matches against strong teams this weekend, and this will be the most difficult. I believe that Yeti will save their strength for future games, and WAC will win 3-0. Day 2's final match will be between Genesis and Runaway. Genesis only played 1 match last week and showed some clear issues that need to be addressed. Choisewan was struggling on Echo much more than expected, putting Decay in the familiar position of having to try and carry his team. I also feel that not much was shown to dispel my initial doubts concerning the support line. Runaway, on the other hand, performed very well. I believe that Runaway will win this match 3-1. Day 3 starts much the same way Day 2 did, with Vesta Crew facing off against a team they stand no chance against, in this case, WAC. Vesta Crew deserves quite a break after this weekend. Facing the two strongest teams is bad luck for anyone, much less the bottom-ranked team. WAC will win this in a very fast 3-0. The second to last match of the weekend is between Runaway and Yeti. Both of these teams have to play 3 matches, so this will be the end of quite a grind for both of them. More than any other this week, this match feels like it could go either way. Both teams' DPS lines are looking very strong, with the double flex meta being perfect for Yeti. If Yeti is able to apply the same pressure to Runaway's backline that Team Falcons did, they could win this. Predicting Runaway to emerge victorious feels like the safer guess, however, so I believe that Runaway will win 3-2. The final match is between Pokerface and Genesis and should provide some reprieve to Genesis's somewhat inauspicious start. If they have spent the last week working out the issues they faced in their first match, they should be able to win this. Pokerface has been shown to be a pretty solid team, however, and may provide some difficulty. I believe that Genesis will win 3-1. And those are all of my predictions for Week 2 of OWCS Korea. I hope that this weekend turns out to be much more exciting than the first, with fewer 3-0 sweeps. How do you think these matches are going to go, and which are you most excited to watch? This was Tank Talk, and thank you for watching.